Right? People not gonna want to join no team where the head coach is just off the chain. All right. I mean, maybe they will. Maybe that's part of your brain that you crazy or you be doing the most. Coming in professionally dressed, focused, not on your phone, all that other stuff. No snacks. Don't be setting no crazy rules, okay? Hey, how you doing? Y'all see my lip gloss? It's so cute, like. And of course I'm wearing it, you know what I'm saying? So, shameless plug, okay? Down to business. For those of you that don't know my background, I am dreamless. Hold on, let me show you my little necklace. Hold on. I'm sitting on my bed. Oh, almost fell. I am dreamless dancer. I have been in the dance industry for a long periodically time. And I wanted to get on here and give some tips about how to start a dance team. And I feel like, I believe deep down that I am suitable to give these tips just because I come from a background of experience, and I think that experience tends to be the greatest teacher for quite a few things, if not everything. So, I mean, not everything, but you know what I mean. So, okay, so how to start a dance team, right? Let me just start by saying there is no right or wrong. There is no right or wrong way to pretty much do anything. Don't take what I'm saying as like this is the way you do it, this is the way you have to do it or whatever. No, like there is room for improvement. Just keep in mind that these are just guidelines, these are just ideas that have worked for me or that I believe would have worked for me or whatever. First thing is to really believe that you can do this. You could easily start building on building the idea of starting this team, and you haven't even like worked on yourself yet to really believe like I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. It's gonna be a lot of work, and that's totally fine. I'm ready to handle any obstacles that come my way. You know what I mean? Like you have to build yourself up to believe in yourself, and sometimes that's a step that a lot of people skip. And that is a big no-no, because I mean, how are you gonna get other people to believe in your dream if you don't even believe in your dream? Or you believe in your dream but you don't believe in yourself. You know what I mean? It all starts with you. So mentally, emotionally, spiritually, whatever you need to do, you need to get yourself prepared to believe in yourself. You need to know that you can do this, because you can. I know you can. And if you can't, it's a lie. You can, okay? So step 2 would be dedication. You need to, now you already believe that you can do this, but now you need to commit, like mentally, spiritually, emotionally. You need to commit. You need to be dedicated to this whole idea of having a dance team and go through with it as if you know this dance team is gonna go on for years to come. I don't recommend you do it for money. So if it's just like to make a quick buck or something, please don't do that, okay? Don't do it, all right? Don't. That's gonna suck. Your ultimate goal is to recruit and bring in all this positive energy and giving people a safe place to just express themselves and have a lot of fun. You know what I mean? And for you to shut that down, that's just like you're the McDonald's for dancers. You know what I mean? And for you to shut down McDonald's, imagine how all these people feel. This is just a place where people feel productive and all that other stuff. People are getting fit. They're getting, you know, dance helps you mentally. You know how powerful dance can be. You know what I mean? It's not just a physical thing. This is something that really gets people going, making people feel like they have somewhere they belong and all this stuff, especially if it's a team. You know what I mean? So please don't start something that you're not really like ready to be dedicated to. Step 3, decide what kind of team you want. You know what I mean? And by that I mean, what genre are y'all gonna learn? What genre are y'all competing in? Just what kind of team? Is it a kids team? Is it an adults team? Is it hip hop, ballet, jazz, folklorico, What is it? Is it just a performance team? Is it a performance and competition team? So establish all that stuff and be very concrete in these decisions. Not saying you can't change your mind later or add on to this idea, but just take on however much you can. Don't just go all out unless you are prepared to go all out. And by that I mean
saying you're going to teach like 5 different genres and it's just you teaching, and you teach adults and kids, or you teach just kids but you teach like 5 levels of kids, 5 different genres, and you can only squeeze it in, once a week. That can be difficult. Plus you're like, oh, I'm a performance and competition team.
You got to get them kids ready, you know what I mean? And if it's just you, that's going to be really hard. Not impossible, but you got to keep in mind that even though you teach, you still got to read the room for what kind of team you have, you know what I mean? So if this is a kids team, depending on who you allow on the team, whether you allow students who are already dancers, like they're already experienced dancers, or if you're allowing dancers on the team who don't know how to dance or just starting dancing, you know what I mean? And even though someone can dance, doesn't mean that they are prepared to like they're prepared for everything that you're gonna hit them with, you know what I mean? Like, oh, okay, you already know how to dance, I just got you on the team, I'm gonna put you in performances and competitions. There's a lot that goes into the preparation for something like that before you just throw dancers in to do stuff, you know what I mean? So just keep in mind, even though these are goals in your head, you cannot execute performances and competitions just based off what's in your head. It's great to think positive and think like, oh, I'm gonna get a bunch of dancers and they're gonna be ready to perform within a month or 2 months or something like that. You have to wait to see what your team is capable of and use people for their strengths and see what their weaknesses are and who's the weakest link, because you're only as great as your weakest link, you know what I mean? You have to wait a second and just see, you have to establish what kind of team you want, and then from there, just kind of plan out based on how things are going, you know what I mean, when it comes to competitions and whatnot. So if you want to start off small, or just not going full out with all of the ideas you have in your head, I suggest you do. So next is set some rules, set some guidelines, by that, there are a lot of things I mean by that, but short, sweet, and simple, I'm just kind of meaning, how do you want to run stuff? You know what I mean? How do you want to run your team? What is it that you will allow? What is it that you won't? How would you discipline any sort of like behavior or misconduct when it comes to somebody not following those rules? Just make sure that you start off with some set of values, you know what I mean? That way when people want to join your team and all that other stuff, they gonna already know what's up before they say, yes, I would love to be on this team, what can I do to audition, you know what I mean? Because you don't want them to come on the team and they're thinking they can just la-di-da, or the kid is thinking they can just la-di-da and come late and wear yellow and pink instead of all red, as you asked and whatnot. It's not going to be fair to everyone else who is behaving, if we're talking about kids or even adults. If an adult is coming in your rehearsals late, or not wearing the proper colors, or bringing friends, or always on their phone during rehearsal and stuff like that. Set rules that you want, that you think is gonna make your brand look good, make things run fluid, and gonna be fair for everybody. Set rules that make sense. Don't be setting no crazy rules, okay? To each his own, but still, I just kind of feel like you should keep in mind not to be too bossy. Don't be doing the most, okay? I don't know how else to say it. Don't be doing the most, all right? People not gonna want to join no team where the head coach is just off the chain, all right? Maybe they will. Maybe that's part of your brain that you crazy or you be doing the most. However, I'm pretty sure the majority of people don't want to join no team where they know the head coach is super bossy. You know what I mean? Like, it's too much. If you're bossy for no reason, let's say that. I don't want to say like super bossy and bossy being a bad thing. It's not. But, where you can be too much or something and you're just setting these ridiculous rules that just kind of aren't productive, aren't helpful for getting you guys to win a competition. You know what I mean? Coming in professionally dressed, focused, not on your phone, all that other stuff, no snacks. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that. That I think will mold your dancers, adults or kids, you know, will mold your dancers to have this mindset of, I'm coming in here to get a job done. I'm still here to have fun, but I'm coming in here to somebody who does not allow nonsense, and we are here to work. We're here to work because at the end of the day, we want a trophy or whatever you're working towards, you know what I mean? Next is branding. I think that branding should be its own kind of step because it's really important that you set this standard and represent yourself and your team as best you can, because that is your meat and potatoes. That is what people see pretty much like first, you know what I mean, before people want to join your team or before people want to promote your team and share your dance videos or whatever on Instagram, or you know what I mean, like this is what people see first. When they open your Instagram page or they see your website, what colors do they see? What kind of style font do they see? What on videos, do they hear profanity? Do they not hear profanity? Line it up, get it right, write it down, take a picture, do something, get it right, don't skip this. There's a lot of people that start teams and skip all this. So now you want to figure out like a schedule. What kind of schedule, like how much time do you have to put into this team? Because it's gonna be a lot, whether you got a full-time job or whatever. Like you gotta put a lot of time into this stuff, and it's gonna be an everyday thing. Figure out what your rehearsal days are gonna be, which days of the week, how often do you want to meet up, and the hours, you know what I mean? And from there, things can get a little tricky from here. But if you have different age groups or different dance levels, like beginners, intermediate, advanced, you know what I mean, or performance squad from competition squad, you know what I mean. From here, you got to kind of figure out where all these different groups of dancers are going to go. How often do you have to teach all this stuff, or all these dancers or all these different groups? And do you want certain groups to dance together? Do you want them to be separate? You know, you wouldn't want, if you're teaching 5-year-olds or just, you know, younger kiddos, and you also have like teenagers in high school or something, you kind of don't want them dancing in the same group. It's like a draft, right? You draft this stuff. But the next step would be to figure out your location. I kind of wanted to put location first because that kind of differs. That will kind of weigh in on how many days you have to rehearse and how long you have to rehearse. The goal is to like not have to put too much money in, because I'm gonna assume, I'm just gonna give pointers, that way almost everyone, you know, could be able to watch this video and believe that they can start a dance team too. You know, you don't have to have a butt ton of money. So coming from the aspect of no money, there are, so far, I have 2 to 3 things in mind. So depending on how big your team is and what seems to be appropriate and will work for you and your dancers, you all could always meet up at a friend's house, or one of the teammates' house, or take turns at different teammates' house. This is this method I think would be the hardest to do, but it is not impossible. Another way would be outside, good old outside. The only thing with that, as far as cons go, for example, I live in Texas, so I cannot always believe what the weather says online. So Texas weather is mad bipolar, if you didn't know. So in my instance, I would have to be cautious about doing something like that, because one day it'll be 105 degrees, another day it'll rain, and then it'll turn to 80 degrees, and then it'll go up a little bit, then it'll go down a little bit, and then it's dark at a weird time. I don't know. And then there's like people's allergies and all that stuff. It can get a little hectic. It's not impossible. Do not think it's impossible, but it could be hard. Still though, it's a location. Everybody can meet at a safe, clean park somewhere. You can go to a park, you can go to a tennis court. The third thing would be what I did, which is recreation center. Now, normally you would have to, depending on if this is a nonprofit or not, if you're like trying to gain profit or not, well, depending on if this is a nonprofit or not, you can work out some things with your local recreation center. You just have to talk to the manager and see what they say. And not every recreation center is going to be different. Not every manager is going to be kind enough to want to help you seriously and genuinely. But there are some recreation centers out there with some really nice people, and if you are serious and you mean business and you really do want to make a difference in your community and you want to, you know what I mean, you want to do this dance team seriously, somebody's gonna read your heart and manifestation gonna kick in and you gonna have you a location. Speaking of cost effective, you can start a team for no money. I put budgeting kind of last on my list, at least for this video, because I don't want you to be for your I don't want you to mold your ideas and your dreams down to like what's in your pockets or down to your next paycheck or something. Like, I don't want you to think about, well, I can't do this because I don't have this amount of money. Have your eyes on the prize versus your eyes on the pockets. So budget wise, like I'm saying, like, you know, this video is about like you being able to start it with no money. However, you got some little coins, you know what I'm saying? Invest them things in what makes sense to your brand. If your speaker this big, but y'all finna be outside, but you getting your nails done, and you getting lashes, and you getting bundles and stuff. No, you gonna have to cut back. You a owner. If you are the type of coach you wanna provide snacks and all that stuff, or rewards or whatever, like, do that. Like, have the budget to do that, but make sure whatever you're invested in makes sense. Another thing that is definitely gonna make a lot of sense and that I don't see happening often enough, please invest in your dance teachers if you had the money to, you know what I mean? But if you know how to dance, or you've taken classes, or you kind of know what you're doing with the teaching thing, by all means teach. However, if there is like too much on your plate but you got the money to invest, definitely invest in a teacher, you know what I mean? Or if you don't know no better, like if you're not a dancer, please invest in your teachers. Do not assign let's say you have a kids dance team. I see this very, 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 very often. Please don't assign your dancers' parents to be the teachers. I mean, I'm not against it, but I'm not against it 100%, but I see it often, and these are parents who are no longer like flexible or no longer like really into that mode of dance or whatever, or they took this style of dance, but you got them teaching this style of dance, or there's favoritism that can happen where they're just kind of looking at their child, or mentally or physically, they're probably not the best fit to be, you know, teaching right now, or they used to be a dancer, but teaching is a whole nother thing, you know what I mean? It's a different type of aspect that you kind of look at things when you're a teacher versus when you're a dancer. So I'm not 100% against you using your parents to teach the kiddos, even if they're young, but still, if you have the money to invest in that, please invest in your teachers. That way they can get better for real, and then you can use your children for real to do real stuff, real fun stuff, competitive stuff, real stuff, you know what I mean? So y'all can be good, you know? Don't ask your parents if you can avoid asking your parents to be teachers. I see it too often. Not to mention, there are a lot of starving artists out here, starving dance teachers, who would love the opportunity to give their 150% to your team. You know what I mean? And something is better than nothing. There's a lot of dancers out here, not saying take advantage of them, but sheesh, give them a chance. You know what I mean? Like, really go out there and look and see who you could bring to bless your vision and get you that trophy. Audition your teachers, make sure that they're legit. Even if it's a parent, audition them. Make sure that they are able to provide the service that you're looking for. If you can afford to you can afford to invest, please do. If you can afford to cut back, please do, because there are more things to invest in than just what I'm talking about. I just wanted to take that quick second to put this in there because I don't know, I feel like the word ain't, if people are preaching about this, which I'm pretty sure they are, people who have teams or whatever, like, I'm not seeing enough of this happening. I'm seeing more cutbacks than anything, quick ways, shortcuts, and all this other stuff, and it's just like, it's not doing the job. You know what I mean? Like, if you need chaperones, that's different. If you need somebody to just watch the kids, that's different. But we're talking about somebody to actually educate the kids. It's not like a parent can just walk into a school, an elementary school or middle school, high school, whatever, or a college, and just be like, oh yeah, like, yeah, the school hired me. Like, I mean, I know a lot of you probably feel that way about a lot of teachers that's already there, but my point is, like, not everybody can just do this. You know what I'm saying? Let me know what you guys think about what you've heard through this video so far. I'm always open to criticism, but any hate, any negative stuff that I just feel like is not really suiting my vibe, because I'm not with all that drama, you're getting blocked. And I don't have time for that. You have time for it. I don't have time for it. With that being said, thank you for watching this video. I mean, be very proud of what you've already started, even if it's just a piece of paper with all these ideas written down or these notes that you've taken. That's already a great start. You know what I mean? You're taking it serious enough to really think through this stuff. And yeah, so I'm proud of you for even clicking on this video and really taking this in mentally. So just know, if nothing else, I'm proud of you and I wish you the best. If you would like a part 2, let me know. If you have questions and you already have a team or what have you, or you have a friend of yours that needs to see this video, go ahead and send it. But yeah, I would love to help anyone I can. And at the beginning of each video, I want to like start off with a shout out from the comments and everything. If you watch this video and you screenshot this video and post it in your stories, I would love that. And I will definitely give you a shout out in the next video coming up if I do see you tag me. So make sure you tag @DreamlessDancer on Instagram, showing that you've seen this video. Hey boo, while I got you right here, don't forget to leave your girl a little subscribe. Give me a thumbs up, share this video with all your little friends. And yeah, if you want to leave me a comment, I'll read all of them, I swear to God. But yeah, I'll catch you in the next video, and don't forget to stay pretty and productive.